Good morning here on the allotment, and today we're going to talk about a problem one of my viewers has, and as we do so, I'll on Steadicam. Hopefully it's steady, and I've got my hold here. Well, I was lucky. I got when I inherited this beautiful allotment that we're on here. Gosh, I can't believe how beautiful it is, and I inherited a particular plant. And luckily, mine's doing really well and thriving. In fact, I do nothing with it. I have to say, I've had it 2 years now, and every year we get fruit off it. And well, let me show you, and then you can decide and see whether you know what this plant is. Here we go. Let's go down. There we are. Look, oops, I'm a bit close. There you go. How about that over there? Can you see? I'll come round here. And while you're doing that, I'll find a little perch. Here we are. So it's funny, on my allotment we seem to have big boulders and rocks just in the right place so I can sit and chat. Well, that's a gooseberry bush, and Jeremy's been having terrible trouble with caterpillars on there. In fact, they're called a sawfly caterpillar, and for those who are squeamish, they don't look very nice. Here's a picture, and well, I'll talk over it. Yes, these really do. Once they get hold of your plant, they can destroy it. And they literally will take every single leaf off it and down to the branches themselves and just leave the plant, almost like locusts. They come in and they devour the plant. Jeremy's tried all sorts of natural ways to get rid of it, to combat these caterpillars. There's been struggling. He doesn't want to use insecticides. You've got insecticides that you can use a spray and spray them on, and that might help. But really the best way, if you've known and got it, is to go right down over the winter period and take off the larvae by hand and look, and that's the only way to try and protect it. He's got a long journey ahead of him, because this could be at least I'm sorry to tell you this, it could be at least up to 2 years to try and catch them all and make sure that this plant, but he has help. He's turned to warfare. When I say warfare, I mean organic, natural warfare, and he's turned to nematodes. For those who don't know what a nematode is, these are nematodes. Now, they're microscopic creatures. They're like worms, and you have two ways of using them. You can either spray them onto the plant themselves, I think, or into the ground. And you can get different nematodes to attack different pests. And Jeremy's got the one that is attacking his sawflies. And that's what they're called, sawfly caterpillars. And because obviously they're sawflies. And they come from the larvae laid by the sawfly and evil creatures. So what happens is, now, I apologise for all those out there with a sensitive nature, and I hope you're not having tea or dinner or anything. There should be a big warning triangle, should there? Whoop, whoop. I'm about to tell you what they do to the poor caterpillars. Well, the nematodes find their way into the caterpillars and suck them dry. A bit like that mummy from the Mummy films, isn't it? That he gets all his energy back from sucking the life out of people. Well, that's what the nematodes do, and they're a natural pest, and you can buy them. Go online, and if you're having problems with any type of plant, actually, to tell you the truth, because they really do help. And well, it's like you can buy ladybirds. And you need a good tree. I mean, this is not a bad tree near me, and you can put them in the tree, and then of course they develop and they fly around protecting your plants, getting aphids off your plants. So nematodes and natural, you can introduce them into your garden, and that's what Jeremy's tried to do. And guess what? He's winning. He's finally winning the battle. The caterpillars seem to be diminishing, and the plant seems to be reviving. And well, let's fingers crossed. So if you've got anything like that, a gooseberry bush, they do like red currants as well and black currants, so keep an eye on those too. Because I know, Jeremy, you've got some of those in your garden. Well, that's about it. But before I go, come with me. Now, I'm not saying you don't believe me, but I am growing my own sunflower, and I'll walk you across. He is over here. Look, are we ready? There we go. Can you see it? Here we are. There is my sunflower. And being watched over by, of course, our dear friend. There we are. Say hello, Margot. Yes, she's well, a bit quiet. quiet this morning. I don't know what I've done to upset her. But well, I hope you have a wonderful day. It's glorious here. And well, it's lovely. I'm going to go now and well, I think I might make a cup of tea. What do you think? Unusual with me, I know. Luckily, my plants are thriving, but well done, Jeremy, for looking after yours. And you have to say that actually you try to do everything organically, everything naturally, no pesticides, no things like that. So from here on my allotment on this glorious morning, I have to say goodbye. And I'm going to go now and make myself a cup of tea.